Hello there, folks. Hi, how you doing? I know we're supposed to have a video for you today on Monday, but so the video that's supposed to be for Monday, which should have been today, will be posted tomorrow. Will be for tomorrow, and then one regular Wednesday. There, I said it. Well, I'm not going to do a video spotlight or anything like that today because we're going to talk about a couple of things today. So I know this is like random stuff, channel update. Well, channel update soon is that I may start doing videos every day. I haven't come to that point yet, but I'm getting there. And I know my thumbnails haven't been that great because I still don't have the stuff how to do them and how to be that intricate where they're really that great. I'm trying with stuff I have. I'm trying. So I was going to do Criterion today, and I thought, well, I talked enough about that, and you guys are focusing. Rather have talk me about have me and our YouTubers talk about Halloween stuff, horror stuff, thriller stuff, unseen horror films, stuff like that. So I will do that. But I like to, as I said, I don't like to do YouTube algorithms or any of the sort. You know, I'm a movie fan, I'm a collector at heart, and I'm a film buff, film lover at heart. I'm very knowledgeable about films and other things. But here's one thing I want to talk about, and our YouTubers may have touched that, may or may not have touched that, but I'll touch it, is the GRUV, Shout Factory, Scream Factory situation. Now that's all said and done, but I really think, because what Shout Factory used to do in the past with the posters and you know, have exclusive poster, have another slipcover, have a book with it, what have you, that's all gone. Those days are gone. That they come with GRUV, or whatever the name is, I don't know what they call it. We call it GRUV. You want me to call it GRUV? I'll call it GRUV. I'm going to call it GRUV. I'll call it GRUV. Now, I think what's going to happen now is that what happened, and somebody said, what happened to their January titles? Their January titles were listed, and there are very few to none, which were two Hong Kong classics, which are Once a Thief and Bullet in the Head. I just saw Once a Thief because I hadn't seen it in years, and it's like an action comedy, and I didn't realize that it's based on The Big Sleep, which I've never seen, and the 1991 is a remake, and then the remake again for as a TV movie in 1996, which I've forgotten about or I didn't know. Let's say I didn't know. I put bluntly, put the truth. Yeah, I don't remember seeing it, so I probably didn't in the 1996 version, which means okay. Because if I did see it, I don't remember it. And usually films I don't remember too well, which means are either not very good or I haven't seen in a long time, and I should give it a second look. A lot of films lately I have been giving a second look. So, and then there was like also in it was Rabid Collector's Edition 4K, Arcane, and like 2 or 3 of those rusty metal things, and that's it. And I figured that it's going to be like back it was a long time ago when studios first came out with stuff, which is mainstream stuff that people know, and once in a while a title that people don't know or never seen before. And it's going to be the Hong Kong stuff for a while until, you know, it's going to get less and less and less that, and it's going to be more mainstream stuff. And then I think every once in a while we're going to have the obscure stuff again, like a Rabid, like a Jad's Back, like a uh, prison, like a ghost town, something like that. But those obscure titles or hard to find titles or titles that should be on Blu-ray or 4K, stuff that's not known or kind of well known if you grew up in the 80s during the Empire films, or you went to watch videotapes, and a lot of them were from Wizard Video, Empire, Full Moon, Vestron Video. You know what I'm talking about, but that's another subject for another day. But I really think that's what GRUV and Shout Factory are going to do. They're going to list their titles like in the beginning of each month, and it's going to be not a lot like they used to be, and it's going to be a lot. Right now it's Hong Kong stuff, so I don't know what February is going to bring. I really don't, but it's going to be what has been for other studios as well, like Arrow and now Vinegar Syndrome. Well, December won't be December and for Finger Syndrome is going to be the partner label, so that really doesn't count. It does and it doesn't. But for Arrow's been doing it, a lot of mainstream stuff. And once in a while, a title that it's almost like under the radar, like Enemy Territory. And how I feel about Enemy Territory, that should both U.S. and U.K., just not U.K. But it's tied up in U.S. still. So who has it? Is Arrow going to take over Kino's hold on it, and then Arrow's going to put it out? Or is Kino going to put it out? That's still up in the air for U.S. And I don't have a all-region player to get Region B, Region C, Region D, Region Q. I don't. I really don't. So I really do think that, that first of all, I am glad that, like, GRUV grabbed everything Shout Factory. Because a lot of titles that were out of print are there. And if they're out of print, or they don't have much of. Or if they're out of print on Amazon, we should get them on GRUV, and that's a good thing. And second of all, I think it's just gonna be like mainstream titles. They're Ghibli animation stuff, like Arcane, which I've never seen, never watched. I don't plan to watch it because I don't know if that's a movie or a show, and I think that's a show. Well, it was like an animation show I never heard of. Anyway, and then they're gonna have probably one or two Hong Kong classes, or maybe just one, and the rest is gonna be like, you're gonna have something on 4K that's never been on 4K before. You're gonna have standard things that have been out already, like within the past couple years or months prior. They're gonna go to Walmart or Amazon or something. And then you may have a limited edition thing to GRUV, which probably be something that people like or don't. And then that's it. It's gonna be very few, if stuff like how Shout Factory started, where they had a few stuff at a time, and then it grew. You got more and more stuff in, like, as years went until it blew up in 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, like that. I think that's how it's gonna go with GRUV and Shout Factory / Scream Factory combined. I don't know if we're going to see Shout Selects anymore. I don't know. I hope so, but I don't know. It's up in the air. But yeah, that's so. I think we're in good hands with GRUV. I've never bought anything through them yet. So if anybody did, please leave any comments below. If you have any advice on how me to improve my thumbnails, please leave comments below. And or you're a fellow YouTuber that loves movies, like, subscribe, follow me. Whatever, and one of these days maybe we'll chat. Or that. This is Blu-ray Cinema, and I'll see you on the next. And thank you for all my subscribers. I really do appreciate it, and I do. But that's mainly what I want to talk about today. At the end of the day, I think GRUV and Shout Factory are going to do this right. It's going to take a little bit of patience, but I think through that, we're going to get some really cool stuff. That's not going to be limited or cost us an arm and leg. Because I think that's another point I want to make. And one last thing, I don't like the limited stuff by Lionsgate and whatnot, because I think that stuff should not be limited. Even if it's in a rusty melting or not, it should not be limited. If you're going to do that, have a limited thing on your site and then make a standard if you're going to do it that way for retail. And you'll hit gold every single time. But is Lionsgate and other studios willing to do it? I hope so down the line. Or just cut the limited shit and go back to what you used to do. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. But other than that, enjoy your day, guys, and I'll see you on the next.